Impromptu speaking is very similar to extemporaneous speaking. However, you're not given any topic areas beforehand. So impromptu speaking is less factual and you don't get the 30 minutes to prepare your speech and use research. You basically pick 3 topics out of a hat or whatever they have, and you get to choose one of those topics. And the topics can go from toothpaste to shoelaces or a quote, song lyrics, anything. And you just have to talk about that basically in an essay, informative essay or argumentative essay format. And you get 7 minutes for that. So basically, performers usually like to use 2 minutes to plan out what they're saying and then 5 minutes to actually speak. Impromptu speaking is a speech that is going to be formatted like an argumentative or informative essay, and you're going to want to use that format so that you can organize your thoughts easier. To begin with, you might want to do things instead of using 5 minutes talking and 2 minutes thinking about it. You might want to start with 3 minutes thinking about what you're going to be saying and then 4 minutes talking. You really want to set goals for yourself for how much you can speak for, because the more you speak, the better you're going to do. So first, you're going to start with an introduction like any other essay to get the attention of your audience. And then you're going to preview your 3 main points about your topic, and then you're going to go on to the body paragraph for your first point, then the next body paragraph for your second point, and then the next for the third point. Within those paragraphs, you want support for your reason, whatever topic you're given, and then after that, you want to go on to the conclusion, just like an essay, and restate those 3 reasons and really establish your points, and you want them to be solid so that your audience is interested and they think you know what you're talking about. And thinking on your feet is very important for this. I want to be great. You probably want to be successful as well. Everyone here wants better for themselves. I think we could all agree that if we had a common goal in our head, we would do anything. We would fight through any obstacle to reach that goal. But what point does it have to get to for us to realize that it's not worth it to kill ourselves and to hurt ourselves to reach that goal of success? The question here today is, should we allow young people to play tackle football? We should not allow people to play tackle football at such a young age, because if we were to wait later in lives, we would avoid things such as physical damage, mental damage, and problems later in life. We should not allow young people to play tackle football because they could lead to physical damage. Tackle football has caused so many concussions in the past years. According to ESPN, there was 261 concussions in the NFL in 2012. And there was 234 in 2015. Over the past years, there have been so many concussions due to football. And because our brains are so undeveloped at a young age, it will cause so much more harm to us later in life. So I think that we should wait to be able to do things like this. A couple years is not worth it. A couple years of training is not going to change anything. If you start at your 15 versus if you start at your 8, it's more worth it to live your life than to be hurt, to be handicapped, because you started at such a young age. Going into an extemp or impromptu round, it could be very nerve-wracking or difficult because you are given some broad topic areas. However, you don't know specifically what you're going to be talking about. So it could be a little nerve-wracking and you might not know what to do. So some do's to think about when going into a round is stand with confidence. This is something for any event, but really you want to look like you know what you're talking about. As long as you think you know what you're talking about and you show the audience that you're confident, then they'll think you're confident even if you might forget something, just go on the top of your head. Project your voice. This is very important so your audience can hear you clearly. Next thing is plan your speech. You might not want to specifically write out exactly what you're saying, but you want to organize your speech well enough so you are not lost while you're talking, especially since this is a limited time to go into the round and to write your speech, and you don't get so much time before the round. The next one is make eye contact. You really want to make eye contact to ensure your audience that you're not nervous and to ensure them that you are confident and you know what you're talking about. Next one is consider your audience. This is really important while writing your speech because you want it to sort of be relatable and you want to keep them interested. Some other things are don'ts. Don't fidget and like move your hands. You don't want them to think that you're nervous. Even if you are nervous, as long as you fake it and you put on the show, they'll believe you. The next one is don't lean on anything, meaning don't spend too much time going on to one point because that is your strongest point. You really want to give enough room for each of your reasons. The next one is don't read directly from your page, meaning like you can't bring a paper. Typically, when judges see that you have a paper, that does not look good. So even though you do not get so much time to memorize, it's better to just impromptu it, and it's better to just speak off the top of your head than to bring up a paper with you. The next thing is do not use filler words like, or, You really want to avoid these words. This is something that judges are going to look at. The next one is stand in front of the projector.